Whoops, I forgot to change the thumbnail of this one. I'll need to go back and do that before things get too terribly started. Hopefully we've got the sound balanced well on this. I know that it was a tidbit loud earlier, so hopefully it should be better now. Just while I'm waiting before I get started, I recently figured out that there was a piece of annoying feature with Streamlabs that was kind of getting to me for a little bit, and I recently figured out how to alleviate that, so I'm kind of happy about that. I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not really that it's a feature that I think is completely horrible, it's just one that, since I don't really take donations, it doesn't really affect me, so I was able to kind of get that sorted out. Let's see, I'm just going to do a little bit of signal boosting here just to kind of make sure that everyone that I usually throw this out to kind of has a chance to see it. And then we'll get started here pretty shortly. Alrighty, let's crack into this egg. So I'm really curious to see how this all pans out, and holy shit, that is a nice background graphic. Like this Flame Mammoth theme right here. Oh man. Whew. Got myself out of that pickle. Alright, I do not trust myself one single bit with this, so let's go ahead and get this charged up and going. Oh god. Shit. The good old-fashioned forgot to boost before I did the other. That old egg. Well, hopefully these guys will be good about giving me ammo since they did it beforehand. There we go, so we should be fine. It's like, it's basically a one part my fault and one part game's fault kind of thing that happens. Like, basically, like, whenever I do these jumps, I should be, like, really diligent about... Oh god, I almost did it again. I need to be really diligent about, like, pressing the boost beforehand. So, like, that part is absolutely on me. And I am not having good luck with it today. Holy shit. There we go. Oh my god, it is just not going right now. I need to save as much ammo as I possibly can because I don't know what any of these things are going to be weak against, and these are the bosses that I actually do have a little bit of concern about. It's always a fun little trick with those guys, is just like doing that. I'm going to trigger the cutscene mostly because I don't want this to get fucked up any more than it already is. Ready for a good old-fashioned trope? The first recorded occurrence of Zero dying. We'll just kind of keep him at bay for as long as possible. I love that I can rapid fire him faster than he can even get across. was a close one. Alright. Go ahead and take us down, buddy. It's always just fun to mess with the armored carrier. That's a really nice design for it, though. Alright, so he's normally weak against the rolling shield. Okay, he's completely immune to that. He's fairly weak against that. Alright. Oh man, hella weak against just standard old Buster. Oh, and he's got longer invincibility frames. I forgot they switched that as well. And we just kill him off screen. A fitting end to what is supposed to be a really deadly rival. I remember the first time that I played this and like this kind of thing happened, and then they just well, actually I got the music right this time. I remember the first time that I did this, I did not collect the Buster first. So it was a really interesting kind of thing to have happen where you know, basically to see the like one of the main characters just outright just die like that. Shit, I missed it. Like, I think I actually saw that occur before, you know, even the fated, you know, Final Fantasy VII Aeris dies. Oh my god. And now enter the reason why this is the most frustrating part of the game if you don't have the chameleon sting on for this part. This is just like absolute hell. I'm just gonna switch back up to the Buster. Okay, we're through it. We are through it. We're good. Whew. That was frustrating. I wonder if he's gonna have the same amount of health. Oh no, he's got a regular health bar. But luckily we're more than equipped to deal with him now. The other time that we fought him, didn't he like just like infinitely shoot boomerangs or something? Actually no, like I don't remember. Like it's been a little hot minute since I played this last. Well, that definitely doesn't do as much damage as it used to. Normally whenever I'm playing this game regularly, you know, like I barely ever actually end up using the weapons way too terribly much. I do have like a couple of sections on here whenever I was speedrunning it back in the day where I would use them, but in this game it's like, honestly, it's a little bit terrifying to use weapons just because of how quickly they go sometimes. I will never turn down a much significantly lowered health bar of this spider. Man, I'm actually surprised that hit. Alright, one more will do it. Alright, Spider actually makes me feel a little bit more confident about this. There's actually one more boss that I'm like absolutely terrified about. That's gonna be the Ranga Banga, which is the one that's coming up next. Oh god. Well, I just blew that one out of the water. I won't even sit here and pretend like that one was, you know, like the game screwing up. That was absolutely me. Once again, like this is another one of those sections where normally I would just throw on the Chameleon Sting and do that, but I'm trying to save as much ammo as I can. First of all, to actually make this this session last a little bit, because otherwise we're just going to blow through this and it's going to be no big deal. And secondly, just because of the conservation. Oh, good. He's just outright immune to, Alright, there we go. Alright, that's one way to deal with him. Poor Chill Penguin. He even had, like, a little bit more health and a little bit more challenge in his kind of, refight. This was always like one of my favorite parts of the Sigma stages, just because like it was like one of the places where they really like premiered the mech fighting. Ow! Please stop. Well, that wasn't quite the intended. Alright, they're just outright immune to that, so. Just use a little bit of good old-fashioned damage boosting. I should have went up the other side. I really don't know why I didn't. Oh man. Finish him off with a shot to the dick. That's gotta be just absolutely insulting to him. I think that's the other reason I'm not using as much boss weapons and stuff, is because, like, for the most part, whenever you kind of strip out the health bars, a lot of these enemies just kind of become trivialized. Like, honestly, the base enemies that I'm fighting here are a lot more horrifying than, like, most of these bosses seem to be. Alright, we've got one more life, so we'll see how this guy pans out. Aw, man. I definitely do not want to kill that just yet. I want to wait until we can save that as like one of the potential last things. I'm going to go ahead and pop an E-Tank here, just mostly because I need to try to just get through this. I'm going to be just really careful about fighting him just yet. There we go, there's one eye down. I think we have two more eyes. Alright, there's both eyes down. Alright, medium charge shot. And that'll do it. I'm really relieved that a lot of these bosses seem to be like at least like a little bit more weak to the buster shots than others. I would be absolutely horrified if one of these, for example, required me to use the dash shot, like especially that one. Like that would absolutely throw me for a little bit of a loop that I wouldn't be quite prepared for. Or even worse yet, the flame burner. I don't know if anybody was watching my stream last time. I'm going to try to, on the next boss, I'm actually just going to really quickly use the flame. Just to demonstrate why I'm so horrified about actually using it. That was like just like a milliseconds worth of shooting with it, and it's already almost gone. Trying to see just if there's any weapons of these where he'll actually do the shock with it. It's nice that these rooms right here do not have their kind of counterparts. Armored Armadillo in the last episode actually had like these little divots that he could jump into, and they were filled with spikes. On the other hand, though, I do kind of wish that it did, because those added a lot of interesting depth to the, you know, to everything. Oh, shit. Well, the good news is those bats respawn, which means more health. There we go. I don't think he's gonna be weak to this again, but no sense in not trying. Oh, he's weak to that, though. Oh, jeez. I wish that the randomizer was a little bit more generous to the ammo consumption of some of these. Wonder if he's weak to his own weapon. Oh yeah, he is. I'm so ready for all the regret that I'm going to experience for using all of these, like, this early on. Just because. Oh boy. I don't think we're going to be able to freeze him. At least he doesn't have his platform this time. He does, however, have a standard health bar. Awesome. Uh-oh. Alright, we gotta fight this boss legit. Okay, he's not even a little bit weak to that. Oh, hella weak to that, though. Yeah, you just keep climbing across there, buddy. I think that's like, aside from like a couple of the challenge runs I've done in the past, I think this is like the first legitimate time that I have fought him without using the ice weakness. Oh god, seizure warning. Please, if you're epileptic, just do not look right now. I'll try to get out of this as fast as I can. Unfortunately, I've got to fight Launch Octopus in the disco room. Oh, he's hella weak to his own supply. Oh, jeez. That's actually his original weakness that I just plopped him with. It was worth a shot. Oh, jeez. Just throw tornadoes at him, that's the strategy. Tornado's actually the thing that got like the biggest boost in this because it doesn't have as much ammo consumption, and then on top of that you can rapid fire it. Hello, Florian. Oh man, Flame Mammoth, are you gonna have like 10 trillion HP again? Oh, nope. You still have like a million, like, hour-long recovery time, though. Alright, there we go. The 4-charge shot is definitely your weakness. Oh shit. Just put that right in your face. So as a typical tradition with Megaman games, basically they always have you go back and refight a lot of the robot, like pretty much all 8 of the robot masters that you fought beforehand. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there's his health bar. Give me just one moment. Okay, that was the 3rd fight I was horrified about, so that's actually kind of a relief. So basically, yeah, like at the end of Mega Man games, they traditionally are set up in such a way that whenever you get to the kind of final stages of the game, they'll have you go back and refight the bosses. Mega Man games in particular, or Mega Man X games in particular, are set up in such a way that at least, like, especially with this first excuse me, at least with this first one, the refights are just kind of baked into the levels rather than, you know, kind of how they normally would be, where you just go to like a sequence of 8 capsules or so. Forgive me for my grinding here. I just want to be sure that I'm going into this completely maxed out. How's my lives looking? Okay, I'm pretty healthy on those. But we're actually getting pretty close to the end of this at this point. Like, if this goes well, like, this will be the final confrontation, and then that'll be the end of it. If I have some time left over, I can kind of go back through some of the other seeds I've tried to grind up on here and show you some of just the ridiculous shit through those. Let's go ahead and switch off of the shield. Nice little action music for the climb this time. That's kind of nice. Oh, Sigma, you're looking a little bit green there, buddy. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of health. Just gonna chill out up here for a moment. Once again, like, this is a situation where I'm actually fighting this guy legitimate for like the first time in a long time. But it looks like the Sigma strat works pretty well for him. So we'll just keep that up on him for... Oh, fuck. Okay, I can actually see his health bar going down now. E-tank time. Okay, nope. Nope. Okay, those do a decent little number to him. Ah, good old Tornado. My best friend and my buddy. So now we have to fight Sigma proper. Oh no, does he actually have a health? Okay, good, his isn't as big. So to anybody who is playing Megaman X for the first time and wants to know an easy way to deal with Final Boss Buddy here. Just hop up into this corner, let him come after you, and then you can just kind of do this to him and just like, he'll go back into this attack pattern every single time. Let's not use this. Well, you know what? Whenever we do this, we'll be able to restock everything, so let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, homing missiles don't work on him. Alright, there we go. That's a good weakness weapon to use on him. Oh fuck, I waited too long on that one. It's this next one that you need to jump down on. We'll use the tornadoes to finish him off. The tornado has been like an absolutely just, you know, reliable weapon this entire game so far. Except for hitting him right there. Okay. Is he just invincible now? Like... Yeah, I think he is just straight up not taking any hits now. Did we bug him out? Sigma, you doing okay there, buddy? You gotta let me hit you. I think we bugged him out. Well, this is rather unfortunate because I don't have any way of killing myself now. Sigma, you've gotta... Like, you can't do this. You gotta let me fight you. Maybe that's why the homing missiles stopped working. Well, this is gonna be an unfortunate end to this if I have to go back through and do those again. Alright. I guess it's time to speedrun to this point again. So, I'm just going to go ahead and load state at this point, which unfortunately means we're going to have to do all the Sigma stages again. But the good news is that means more time of actually seeing this. Alright, let me just go ahead and do this. Whenever I get to Sigma stage again, I'm going to do a save state there just to make sure. Alright. I'm going to try to, like, since I kind of know basically that nothing here really has, like, a reliable weakness, I'm going to just use the weapons where I normally would. There we go. There we go. There's shield. That dash bug. I think it's just because of the fact that, especially in this this version of the randomizer, your boost speed is a little bit faster. So I think I'm just like boosting off the edge, or like, you know, like not pressing it in such a way that it's registering that I'm like actually boosting. The problem with the randomizer where my my buster does more damage than usual, like just with a standard shot, is that it makes it really easy for someone like me who just mashes a lot to just easily go through and you know, just absolutely just plow through some of these enemies. And, like, I'm not even like the best at mashing in this game. Like, I've seen some of the speedrunners just do like absolutely insane stuff with it. Just getting beat up now. go. We're actually pretty close to... Oh, never mind. We needed to be over on the left side. I always forget that. It's a shame that we don't get to see Zero as much in Mega Man X1 because, damn, like his randomizer recolor, it's not much different from him, but it's just really nice to see. Alright. He's getting a few good hits on me. Oh, jeez. Whew. That was a little bit of a close one. Oh man, second occurrence of Zero dying in the series. Oh man, please, oh nope. I tried to go for it. Well, the good news is we start right back here, and now we've got our Flame Mammoth music back. Well, shit. There we go. Just eating a lot of damage just to get up here. Just make the climb up. Ah, God damn it. Okay, we're in there now. The real question is his health going to be randomized? I'm glad that doesn't hurt as much as it usually does. God, Boomer Kawenger is honestly like one of my favorite Mega Man X robot masters. One of. He's definitely way up there in the list for me, just because like I think that he has like a cool little moveset. His weapon is a little bit to be desired, but at the same time, like I think it's a really interesting kind of callback to his predecessor, Cutman. Which is even further interesting in that I think that Boomer Kawenger is honestly a little bit one of the tougher robot masters to go after at the get-go. Whereas Cutman is basically like, you almost always want to fight him first. Aw, I tried to get greedy with it. I do not know how I avoided damage from that, holy shit. Didn't avoid damage from that one. Man, I actually managed to get him with that. And that'll do it. I feel like I'm having more of a struggle this time around than I was the first time, which I find kind of amusing. good it refilled me on this. There we go. I was very deliberate with my platforming stuff that time. Well, I broke out and then I got hit by it again. Oh shit. His invulnerability frames were just absolutely randomized. Go through a brief mech fighting scene. Alright. We learned our lesson last time. Let's go up this way. Yeah, that part went a lot smoother. And then one more will do it. Damn it. There we go. Put that one through his face at least. A little bit more respectful than putting it through his dick. Oh, shit. Oh my god. That reduced invulnerability frames on me is killing me. Literally. There we go. And these bats are driving me insane as well. There we go. Alright, well the good news is these guys are weak to the medium charge, so I think I can do this one pretty well this time. I'm feeling pretty confident. Alright, there's one eye down. God. Damn it. Well, shit. I was thinking about using an E-Tank, but I decided to just try to YOLO it. I needed to honestly, like, whenever I destroyed that right eye, I honestly should have just jumped over to the other side sooner. So that was kind of, like, that was absolutely on me. Alright. I'm just so used to handling this on the left side every single time. Alright, this is going a little bit smoother than last time, so that's something. Alright. And that'll do it. Whew. I wonder if the reason that Sigma froze was because I was trying to resort to using different weapons, and if he just glitched out from that. This time I'm just gonna take the slow and steady path. Honestly, like I think that was the moment that like things started going downhill for it. So I'm just gonna kind of go with that assumption. Well, that was easy. I guess he actually was technically weak to the ice. It's just with a health bar that low, it doesn't matter either way. I think he's actually weak to his own supply, so we'll go ahead and just, you know, knock him out with that. Let's bait him high. I can't tell if he was weak to that or... Oh yeah, he's outright immune to it. Alright, the tornado, I forgot. The everything Bane. Alright, so Tornado is just my universal boss killer, basically, is the moral of the story here. Oh yeah, like the enemy weakness chains in these are like just pretty much entirely different. Like if it's weak to something, it is not weak to that anymore. You can still freeze electric or spark mandrill. There we go. I'll get his name right eventually. But he doesn't take anywhere near as much as he used to from it. And also he has extended invulnerability frame, so you can't just basically like animation lock him the entire time like you could in some of the old ones. Seizure warning incoming, disco dance floor mode engaged. I'm going to use it specifically for the tornado. Oh no. There we go. Uh-oh. Fortunately, whenever they have really low invulnerability frames, you can just pretty much turn the fight into a DPS race now that my health bar is actually somewhat respectable itself. Need to be a little bit careful. There we go. I at least wanted to get here. Oh yeah, like it's absolutely impressive that it's able to do this much with it. But I absolutely agree, like, it is a little bit of an eye strain. Alright. I might die here one time, so just be aware of that. Oh, fuck. Nope. Not gonna game over at this point. Well, not that I needed to, but... okay. That boss is actually really horrifying in the normal game because he can just do a tremendous amount of damage to you if you're not careful. Alright, I'm going to create a save state right here, so if we get the thing that happened last time, we will be able to just start right back again right here. I'm going to grind again because holy shit. Mostly for the health though. If we game over at this point, we're fine. Come on, just give me that little satisfying E-tank filled up sound. How close are we? Pretty close. I think one more will do it. There we go. A lot of just button mashing to climb up this huge tube here. Alright, after we deal with this, we're just gonna kill Sigma to death with his regular weakness. Alright, we're gonna Sigma bait the dog here. You know, like, this is one of those kind of moments where, like, I'm actually really surprised about this because I never, like, you know, once again, like, I never really fought this boss before, so that's actually one thing that this randomizer has given me is an actual fight with him, and Jesus Christ, I've been doing this fight wrong the whole time. Alright. Let's see if we can actually get through him without getting him to freeze. There's no reason to really change up the formula right now because this is definitely an operable pattern that we can keep him in. This is the Capcom and DC crossover, Megaman X versus the Martian Manhunter. It's the Martian Manhunter, except he's he has since his days in the Justice League acquired a lightsaber. He's been watching a little bit too much Star Wars is what happened. Oh man, I fucked up the pattern. So if you stay on the wall a little bit too long, he'll go one extra jump up and it completely throws off the momentum of kind of, there we go. He's supposed to jump back down instead of going up to the top corner to where you are. There we go. I should have just let him do another jump instead of trying to break pattern. I just wanted to try to finish him off sooner than later. And this is it. Oh my god! Oh, please be weak to ice. No. Oh god. Alright, let's just play this safe. Oh god, just get away from the wall. Oh shit. Oh god, that's my chance. Oh no, I didn't get the charge off on it. Man, he is doing a ton of damage too, holy shit. Please just send one of them down at me. Alright, just gotta get one more hit on him. And we did it. Whew! Oh god. He only had like 4 hit points total, but, you know, using up the rolling shield and not, like, you know, being able to hit him like that really did make that a little bit more of a terrifying fight than it usually is. I kind of wish that this randomizer had changed some of the text up, because I think that that would have made the story for this a lot more humorous. That is actually like one of the big things I loved about the Mario randomizer, was the fact that you just never knew what it was going to tell you. Whereas with this one, they didn't change the story at all. So overall, like, I have to say, like, in terms of just, like, mechanics, I think that this is probably my favorite of the randomizers that I've played, because of the fact that, like, with the Super Metroid randomizer, it's basically the same game, except they just change up item locations. So that one is kind of good in its own right, in the sense of, it is just essentially testing your level knowledge and your skill knowledge. Can you do wall jumps? Can you sequence break through certain areas to get certain items? Can you make it through an area without a specific item? The Mario randomizer was fun because of all the different names and all the different kind of like switch ups it did to you. You know, like I loved reading off all the level names and just, you know, kind of going into like some of the near end levels of the game and it just being like World 1-1. But what this one really did was it completely like messed with like the fundamentals of the game. You know, for example, like this seed that I found was actually one of the more playable ones because your buster didn't do like 1,000,000 damage, and on top of that, like there was one of them where your buster was extremely powerful, but your jump gravity was literally like you could not make certain jumps in the game. So honestly, like I think that this one is fun in the sense that you know, like it made me actually have to think about different weapons and like try to, you know, like experiment a little bit with them. And like some of the bigger criticisms I could have about it are ones that I could easily you know, fix just by like changing the randomizer settings. For example, I can actually set it to where it doesn't mess with jump gravity or mess with enemy iframes and stuff like that. But I wanted this to be like as random as I could make it, and I liked that this mod actually gave me the option of making something that was just so hilariously, you know, just so hilariously broken like that. And obviously Megaman X is like one of my like super huge, like it really did like kind of change how I felt about Mega Man games. Like I liked them before, but like the X series really like, you know, did something different with it. I still play the classics a lot more often, but I would be lying if I said that, especially Mega Man X, you know, did not have an impact on my life, because it absolutely did. And with that, I'm just gonna let the credits play out here just because I like seeing these assets again. Oh, I wonder if it's gonna screw this up. I was hoping he'd finish the dash, or like they'd fix the dash speed beforehand. I'm in the demo of this. Like, if it goes back to the main page, I'll let the demo play out. It's actually hilarious because all the messed up physics are such that it really like screws up the game and like kind of how the demo plays out. We saw a little bit of that in the Super Mario World run. It also happens in this game, and it, you know, like to a very comedic effect. Sorry about that, I was just kind of checking up on some stuff while the credits were rolling. The iframes was honestly like the biggest part of this that screwed me up personally, because some bosses were like ridiculously easy with them, and then other bosses were just like, you know, please help. And in typical Mega Man fashion, let's see if it'll happen whenever I do this. No, it's not gonna let me do that, I don't think. I thought Sigma was supposed to pop on here and tell me that, you know, we haven't seen the end of him or some shit like that. We'll let the music play out here. Here we go. And so begins the ever never-ending chain of Sigma coming back to life in the same vein that Wily will. This is like really unfortunate because honestly, like, this is probably like my favorite design of Sigma, like especially him with the beam saber. Like, there was something especially about his boots that I really enjoyed. Alright, I'll just hit the reset button and let the demo play out, and then I'll call that good for the stream today. So to any of you who are about to just go ahead and part ways, thanks for tuning in. I saw that I had like maybe like 7 viewers total today, so it's always nice to see like people actually tuning in to watch. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. You know, like I try to do a stream at least like once every week, but I'm not really great about it. So like at least once a month I'll have a stream of some sort. Otherwise, I've also got some other content on the channel, a D&D kind of recording that I always do with some friends of mine. So that's also kind of in the works. If there's anything in particular that you'd like to see sometime, like whether you know me through YouTube or if you're, you know, like an actual personal friend of mine, feel free to send me suggestions. I'm always open to them. I can't always promise that I'll get to them because I'm a horrible, lazy person. But I promise you, like, if that's the case, I'll try my absolute best to either give an explanation to why I haven't yet, or just admit that I'm a lazy fuck. Alright, I need to skip past this. I forgot that there's a demo before the demo, essentially. There we go. This should trigger it. Gotta love our Super Saiyan Mega Man, though, with his blue body, despite the fact that in the demo reel he was red. Just to kind of further emphasize this, the name that the randomized seed of this, you know, like the ROM that it spit out of this, is called Sonic Hyper Murga, M-U-R-G-A. Never heard that one before, but it kind of makes me think like hypersonic, basically. Alright, come on, Demo Reel, you can do it. I believe in you. Or not. That's cool, too. Is it because I actually pressed buttons? Because that would be unfortunate. I think it is. I'm going to give this one more shot. Let's go to option mode and then just back out, and then that should do it. Oh no, nope. If it doesn't happen this time, I'm going to cut the stream off. Well, aside from the Capcom logo, that actually looks like a really cool, you know, version of the Mega Man X title screen. Furthermore, like, the Capcom doesn't look too terribly horrible. They actually used to have a red logo with sort of greenish text behind it, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Demo time. Oh. In one of these, he actually, like, pretty much rides it all the way down, but then I think he ends up, like, either getting pushed into the cliff or he just dashes into it. Oh, here we go. Alright, and that's the perfect way to end this for the day. Once again, thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in for whatever I have in the woodworks next. I don't have anything like immediately planned, but you'll be the first to hear about it. See you later.